Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, Denver's best sports anchor. And today, we're diving into the magical preseason game between the Denver Broncos and San Francisco 49ers in a low-scoring affair, like all of my affairs are. The story of this game was defensive pressure, blundering special teams play, and sick dance moves. That's good, Broncos. On Saturday night in Denver, the Broncos defeated the 49ers 19-12. 1912, also an interesting year in U.S. history, with the sinking of the Titanic, the additions of New Mexico and Arizona as the 47th and 48th states, and of course, the year Peyton Manning was born. Despite his age and the constant rumble from the local sports media, Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos offense will be fine. Just give them a little time to find their rhythm. The real problem for the Broncos is still their special teams. Omar Bolden, who handled the Broncos' kick and punt returns, fumbled the ball on the opening kick. Bolden's fumble was almost as embarrassing as his celebration from Steve Beauharnais. He really made a Beauharnais of himself, celebrating without even knowing the ball had been fumbled. Celebrating before a play is over will now be known as pulling a Beauharnais. The Broncos' first-string offense didn't score any touchdowns, so I'm going to compensate for them with creative highlights like this play where the 49ers thought Demaryius Thomas fumbled. He didn't. And the Broncos' defense is so good that even Owen Daniels is a spectacular tackler. Thomas made a hell of a catch here, utilizing his anus and sphincter in unison to gobble up part of the football, which now counts as an athletic move, giving him possession and making him down by contact. This ref knows what I'm talking about. The offense may have started slow, but the defense started the opposite of slow, which in football terms is big dick hard. On the second defensive play, Von Miller brought out the bags for an early Colin Kaepernick sack, which was followed by this big dick play the game when Aqib Talib decided to plant Reggie Bush back into the ground. The 49ers were angry at this violent hit, to which Talib responded, I was trying to help. A bush can't grow unless it's planted in the ground. Just don't forget to water him when I'm not around, San Francisco. Before this game started, I told you not to underestimate the San Francisco defense. They are good. That's another reason why the Broncos offense struggled to find rhythm. However, they flashed signs of what's to come with runs like this 13-yarder from C.J. Manderson in the first quarter. And this textbook 9-yard gain from Demaryius Thomas, who follows his block perfectly to pick up a few extra yards. And if this spin move and tackle-breaking run by C.J. Anderson doesn't give you confidence in the Denver offense moving forward, nothing will. And you should probably burn out your eyes and never watch football again. Jordan Norwood filled in admirably for Emmanuel Sanders, who may have found a roster spot after catching 4 passes on 4 targets for 38 yards. 2 of his catches came on third down, which is indicative that he has the CC3D gene, which means clutch conversion on third down gene, which previously belonged to Wes Welker, Brandon Stokely, and Ed McCaffrey. As the first quarter began to wind down, Brandon McManus hit his first field goal attempt for 37 yards and instantly tried to forget that he killed Darth Vader earlier in the week by headbutting his teammates. With that field goal, the Broncos took an early 3-0 lead. The defense said, hey, Coach Kubiak, we want to contribute too. Can we score some? Kubiak said, let DeMarcus do it. Vaughn said, aw, man. And DeMarcus, he said nothing and instead just blazed off the edge, bringing down Colin Kaepernick for a Denver Broncos safety. The hardest 2 points to score in any sport. After that safety, my fiance Jess turned to me and said, Colin Kaepernick, more like Colin Suckernick. I replied with, more like Colin Crapper shit. Let me know in the comments which nickname you think we should use for the rest of Colin's career. Peyton Manning's worst play of the game was this touchdown fade he threw to Demaryius Thomas. Now, this is either a bad throw or miscommunication between our 2 highest paid veterans. If you want to pay somebody with poor communication skills to be on your team, Mr. Elway, It's me. Here's some important documents, Mr. Elway, that you need to... Let me know when you're done, Elway. I'll be working out with the team. And that's bad communication. The best part of this play is San Francisco's Kenneth Acker, who gets the interception, throws the live ball away. Luckily, it bounces out of the end zone.
Yay, I did something good. Don't need this round thing. Oh no, I did a Beauharnais.
The catch of the night came on this 17-yard gain by Andre Bubba Caldwell, who lays it all the way out to grab this paradigmatic Manning wobbler out of the air. Thank you for that word, American Thesaurus. Demarius Targaryen took this drive down to the 5-yard line on this
paradigmatic
wide receiver screen. However, 3 shitty things happened on the final play of this drive to kill it. First, Cody Latimer dropped a catchable pass for what would have been a touchdown. Second, Manning gets lit up like a dry bag of weed after the throw. And finally, Owen Daniels was wide fucking open on the play. The first half ended with this cowardly loose vagina play when Anquan Bolden took a cheap shot on Omar Bolden. I believe they call that Bolden on Bolden crime. Anyway, the Broncos entered halftime with a baseball-type 8-3 lead. The third quarter of the game was marred with more special teams mess-ups. Isaiah Burse fumbled his first punt return of the game. I swear to God, I think every guy who has attempted to return punts this season for the Broncos has dropped it. It's not that hard. Brandon McManus also missed a 55-yard field goal. I was at the game, and he was kicking into a steady wind. And let's be honest, Connor Barth wouldn't have even been allowed to attempt a kick that long. In the fourth quarter, the lead went back and forth with field goals from each team, a 45-yarder by Brandon McManus, and one from San Francisco after this Shane Ray, Shaq Barrett, and Darius Kilgo team sack. Niners take the lead 12-11. It doesn't matter how this drive started. What matters is that Hammer Pound finished it with the sole touchdown of the game on this 1-yard pounder. The Broncos decided to go for 2 to put them up by an even 7, and again, Hammer Pound takes the draw and sketches himself into the end zone following a great push by the offensive line. The game ends 19-12, and the Broncos walk away with their 3rd win of the preseason. I really hate to be an asshole, but this little girl wearing a Manning jersey totally got punked by Aqib Talib. Hey kid, that ain't Peyton Manning. That girl just got Talib, who signed the jersey under Eli's name anyway. San Francisco 49ers head coach Jim Tomsula seems to be very proud of his wristwatch.
Look at my watch. Look at my watch. It keeps time. No, your watch is shit. Look at my watch. Look at my watch. Look at my watch. Oh, you saw my watch? Okay, all done.
Tune in next week to see my exclusive interview with Jim Tomsula.
I'm not worried about that, sir.
Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here. Also, there's a little blue button that says support. If you click on that, you can support me and my channel by giving me money, which nobody else seems to want to do. Now I'm fucking begging for it. Don't want to give me money? At least go to my Twitter account @BrandonPerna and follow me there.
When your body's full of poo, you gotta let it out.
When your body's full of poop, you gotta let it out. It's a new song I'm working on for my children's educational channel called That's Good Futures.